It's time for From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine with Trey, a golf podcast for those who love golf, struggle with golf, and just like to enjoy the outdoors and fellowship with friends, all while chasing a ball around, trying to put it in a 4 1/4 inch diameter hole. From the Shortgrass is presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and brought to you by Stevens Incorporated, an independent financial services firm with the freedom to focus on what matters most. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. We partner with you to deliver high-yield results by managing, developing, and investing in top-quality hospitality assets. And now, from the Shortgrass, here's your host, Trey.
Welcome to another edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. I am your host, Trey. Rory McIlroy gets it done. He finally wins the Masters. He won it in a playoff over Justin Rose, both of them finishing at 11 under par. Rory, during Sunday's final round, had 2 double bogeys. He had 4 double bogeys for the tournament. He is the first Masters champion to double bogey 4 holes and go on and win the green jacket. He shot 73 in his final 18 holes of the tournament. Justin Rose with a 6 under 66 to get into the playoff with Rory McIlroy. Patrick Reed finished 3rd, Scotty Scheffler 4th. Sungjae Im and Bryson DeChambeau finished tied for 5th. Here was Rory McIlroy after the win.
Look, it's a dream come true. I've dreamt about that moment for as long as I can remember. Watching Tiger here in 1997 do what he did and winning his first green jacket, I think that inspired so many of my generation to want to emulate what he did. And there were points in my career where I didn't know if I would have this nice garment over my shoulders, but what came out of me on the last green there in the playoff was at least 11 years, if not 14 years of pent-up emotion, since 2011. I think it's so ironic as well. I got to my locker this morning and I opened it up and there was a note in there from Ángel Cabrera and just wishing me luck. And Ángel Cabrera was the player I played with in the final day in 2011. So just it was a nice touch and a little bit ironic at the same time. And it's been 14 long years, but thankfully I got the job done.
Congratulations to Rory McIlroy, now one of 6 players to win the career Grand Slam. Some say he might be the best European golfer of all time. When you look at the fact that he's won all 4 majors, I think you would have to agree. Coming up on this edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, I sit down with Little Rock freshman golfer Freddie Turnell. Freddie won the Goodwin out at Stanford several weeks ago, and the Trojans just wrapped up a tournament in Iowa where they finished 4th. They head to the Ohio Valley Conference Championships next week. He's coming up after the break. Don't forget, when you need an overnight place to stay, go see our good buddies, Matthew Allen and Blair Allen, Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group. They know how to manage hotel properties. Find them on the web, bphotels.com. We're back with more after this.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group is the leader in the state in managing hotel properties. From El Dorado to Jonesboro to Fayetteville to Kansas City and back home in Little Rock, you will find a Beechwood Pinnacle managed hotel property. Are you looking for a weekend staycation? Book the Hilton Garden Inn located on Rock Street and enjoy the Agassi 7-rooftop bar with fantastic views of the Little Rock skyline. Open Sunday through Thursday evenings from 4 to 11 and Friday and Saturday from 5 to midnight. Find them on the web at bphotels.com. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group.
The future is not about a bond reaching maturity. The future is what my grandfather worked for. It's what my father carried on. It's my responsibility today. The future is my son's tomorrow. At the Stevens Private Client Group, we believe that our strength builds success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
Welcome back to this edition of From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. I am Trey Schapp. Freddie Turnell is a freshman on the Little Rock men's golf team. He hails from Somerset, England. I had a chance to sit down with him a couple of weeks ago, right after he won the individual title at the Goodwin, a collegiate tournament out in Palo Alto, California, hosted by Stanford University. It is a very prestigious tournament. It was the first win for the freshman as a collegiate golfer. On the tee, Freddie Turnell. Freddie, thanks for joining me on this edition of From the Shortgrass. Do you remember the first time you picked up a golf club?
I don't actually. I was 2, maybe 1 when I picked up a golf club. So don't remember it too well. Dad was a pro, so I mean I had no choice. Had to start playing and never really looked back, to be fair.
Yeah, so kind of born into a golfing family with your father being a professional.
Yeah.
I guess he taught you the game?
Yeah. He taught me the game and continues to help me. But yeah, all my siblings played sports. I got 4 siblings, so it was a massive sporting family. So
you're one of 5 siblings: Harry, Emily, Chris, and Andrew.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. Everybody plays the game.
Everyone apart from my oldest brother, but everyone else has tried it or.
Obviously, if anybody that's listening hasn't picked up on it yet, you've got a very distinct accent. You're from England. Yeah. I love that accent. I love going over there. Been to London a couple of times and up into Scotland. Love playing over there. And you grew up kind of southwest England. What was it like growing up over there?
It was cool. It was a little bit very different to here. It was a lot quieter, a lot more quaint, but it was good. And it's a different type of golf over there. It's very obviously links. Grew up at Burnham and Barrow, which is a pretty good links over in England. So, but it's a very different type of golf to over here.
Yeah, you learn to play the game on the ground over there in link style, and then you come over here to the States, and it's not really played on the ground.
No, not at all. Yeah.
How was that adjustment for you?
It was tough. It was very tough, and it's the grass as well. Like learning to chip on Bermuda greens is a tough one. I played my first tournament at Squire Creek in Louisiana and fluffed 2 chips right in front of my feet just because tough to get used to, but we're getting there, which is good.
When you decided to really pursue the game, do you remember when that was?
It was about when I was 14, 15. I went to a sports school in England. So I played pretty much everything. I played cricket, football, but soccer, different language. And yeah, so I played those 3 sports. And when I got to 15, I had to make a decision and chose golf.
Was it a difficult decision to make?
When I was younger, I wanted to play football over golf. But when I got older, I started to become better at golf and less good at football. So it came kind of obvious, but it was a tough one, definitely.
Obviously, growing up over there in England, where you're so close to Scotland, so close to Ireland, who did you follow? Who were those that you looked up to and thought, okay, maybe one day I could be like that one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Rory is the main answer. Still back him every single time he plays. I know our coach on our team is a little bit doesn't quite like him, but we all have all our English lads on the team have a bit of banter with him. We all look up to him, and we want to be like Rory 100%.
When did you decide that you wanted to try and play competitively at the game of golf?
I played tournaments since I was 6, so
You've always had that fire?
Always had it, yeah. Continue to have it. It's good that I've been through changing of environments quite a lot, so it always opens new doors, and especially coming here, it's just a new experience. So it's different. It's playing under a team as well here makes you a bit more fiery because you're not only playing for yourself, you're playing for the whole city almost.
Before you got to Little Rock, let's talk about some of those events that you played in. You tied for 5th in the 2024 RNA Amateur Championship stroke play portion. What was that tournament like?
That was pretty cool. It was the first like massive amateur tournament I've played, and yeah, I remember it blowing like 40, maybe 20 gusting 40, both of the stroke play days. And I remember, I think I was late first day, like maybe 3 o'clock. And I just remember they'd seen the scores and they were like, for such a big event, I was like, wow. But luckily, just growing up playing in 40 mile an hour every day, it was okay. So I kind of got a bit lucky with the weather.
What course was that at?
It was at Ballyliffin in Ireland. So it was a pretty nice course.
And then you made the round of 32 after defeating the 74th ranked amateur in the world in the round of 64. What was the match play portion like?
It was cool. It was good. Played Daniel Svard, who was a really nice guy. I just played really good. I think I won 3-1, which was quite nice. And then the next day didn't quite have my best stuff, but lost on the 21st, which was a little bit of a gutting way to go out. But it was, if someone had said I'd come get to the round of 32 at the start of the week, I would have snatched at it.
Do you like match play?
No, hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Why is that?
I just much prefer stroke play. I find it hard to, my dad always tells me like kill or be killed when playing match play. And I find it hard to, I just want to have fun and have a nice time with someone. And I find it hard to like look at my opponent and go like, I want to beat you. Like in stroke play, you're just playing the golf course, so it's easy. But just need to get a little bit better at that.
Yeah, well, you might have your chances. I know the Sunbelt Championships obviously are at the end. They go to match play, so. And the Trojans, hopefully this year, are able to win the match play. Last year fell a little bit short. Mm-hmm. You won the Berkshire Trophy in 2023 and 2024, 9th in the 24 Berkhamsted Trophy. What did winning the Berkshire Trophy in 23 and 24 mean to you?
It meant a lot. Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence. I remember my dad telling me how big it was, and knowing that Faldo and I think Sandy Lyles won it and Eddie Pepperell. So it's quite a lot of big players have won it. And I remember just turning up and thinking, wow, this is big. And then I turned up and played just really, really good and got it done, and gave me a lot of confidence, and went back the next year and did it again. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
How did you end up at Little Rock?
I committed to UCA in Conway because of coach was there. And then he moved to here. But senior Archie Smith, I knew before, and he taught me into it and gave me a load of good reasons to come. So he was a massive reason, and then obviously coach was obviously a massive reason as well.
What does Coach Oath mean to you?
A lot, yeah. He's a great guy. He knows what he's doing 100%. He's very good at like separating golf and having fun. He knows when to be serious, and he knows when to have a laugh. So it's a really good balance.
When you go out to practice here in Little Rock, Central Arkansas, the courses that you guys get to go play, what about those courses prepare you all for when you go to the tournaments that you play in?
Yeah, the courses are silly good. It's crazy how lucky we are. But I would say just the grasses, the how good the greens are, and it's almost like playing tournament conditions every day, which is just unreal to have.
Do you have a favorite of the ones around here? Let's 86 the Alotian. That means we can't say it because okay. I know it's probably up there towards the top. But you've got Country Club of Little Rock, you got Pleasant Valley, you got Chenal, Eagle Hill you can go out to, Maumelle Country Club you can go to. I mean, is there one that sticks out to you, or are they all up there towards the top?
They're all very good, but I like Chenal. I like both the courses at Chenal. They're both very different, but both very good. Like Bear Den is very tight and very tough off the tee, but then it's all right once you get on the fairway. And then Founders is almost the opposite. It's like a little bit easier off the tee, but then it's harder into the greens and around the greens. So I like both the Chenal courses.
You've won a couple of Sunbelt Golfers of the Week already in your freshman season. Yeah. Going for maybe Golfer of the Year, Player of the Year?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll focus on Freshman of the Year first. But yeah, it was a little bit of a shaky fall. It was a little bit nervy, a little bit getting used to everything, but started the spring pretty good. A couple of top fives, so it's nice.
What was it like for you, Freddie, to get used to being over here, the college routine, and trying to hone your game?
Getting used to the college routine was okay. Obviously our team is great. We have 7 great guys, almost like having 7 brothers. So that wasn't too difficult getting into the swing of things because they all helped. But yeah, honing the game it's okay. It's tough, but it's the courses we played make it a lot easier.
Freddie, congratulations. You win at Stanford at the Goodwin. How was that?
It was pretty cool. It was a good week.
Yeah.
Everything sort of came together in the final round, so it was pretty nice to get it done.
Yeah, first of all, you guys went out and you played at Oregon. Eugene Country Club, I believe, is where that was. That had to be just fantastic course.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was really, really good. It was very English style, which was nice for us boys from back home. But it was really good, yeah.
And then you travel down to Palo Alto and Stanford University course. Take me through your last round there, because that's when you really played some really good golf.
Yeah. I actually started pretty badly. I don't think I hit a good shot in the first 7 holes. I think I was 1 over through 7 and didn't really hit a good shot. And then I stood on 17T, and that's the first time I saw Coach all day. And he was just like, give me some words of wisdom and telling me to keep going, and hit a really, really nice 7-iron to about 6 feet and made it, and gave me a little bit of motivation for the back 9. And then went eagle chip in for the first 2 holes. So got to 3 under through 11, and then just played really solid golf from there.
So what were his words of encouragement? What did Coach Oaf say to you?
It was just keep going. Like, although I think I shot 1 under level the first 2 rounds, was pretty good in the weather we had. And he was like, you're level par through, how many holes it was, 40 something. Like, and you're in the top 10. Let's just keep grinding, keep going, see what happens on the back 9. And we still need you for the team, so let's keep going for that as well. So it was like a double motivation just to keep grinding. And I was playing with one of my best friends, Ed. Somehow we got drawn together. So it was nice to be with him. He was encouraging. We were encouraging each other. So that was pretty cool.
Freddie, did you know where you stood when you got to like 15, 16?
I didn't look at the leaderboard all day until 7T, which was our 16th, because I sort of gathered something was happening. So I looked at the leaderboard and I saw I was 1 back, and then didn't look from then on, but I did look on 16T, yeah. So
after 16T, walk me through those final 3 holes. How did you play them?
I played, it was a nervy one. I played 7's a tough drive, and I hit it just in the right rough, but it was fine. I then tried to go for it, and the club sort of twisted and it went left into the left side rough, and it was pretty dead, and hit a really, really good wedge shot to about 10 feet and made it. And then I realized I was tied for the lead. And probably the most nervous I've ever been. I missed the green on the par 3. I just got over safe because I didn't want to hit a bad shot. And I don't think I've ever been that nervous. I could barely feel the club head. But made a nice putt to make par, and then just made a standard par down the last. So.
And then did you know then that, hey, I've won, or did you have to wait a little bit?
I had to wait a little bit. The boys were all watching behind the green and gave a little bit of a massive round of applause and a cheer and stuff like that. But I had no idea. I thought I had to get to 6. That was my goal, like starting the back 9. So I thought I was 1 short, but we went over and watched the guys finish on the other side of the course and realized I'd won. So it's pretty cool.
That's got to be awesome. That's got to be an awesome feeling to win your first collegiate event as a freshman, and to do it at one of the most prestigious collegiate events has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, pretty. I'd never imagined it in a million years. Especially after not playing great in Oregon. I was just there trying to play. My parents were there, so I was just trying to have fun and see what happened, and it just all clicked in that back 9.
What was their reaction?
It was pretty, they were very proud. They were very happy, which was nice, yeah.
So obviously this can kickstart you. I mean, in Iowa this week, and then you got the conference tournament coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll kickstart us, yeah. Hopefully it'll inspire the boys as well, which is nice, and get us all going.
Obviously, growing up in England and trying to watch golf when it's played in the States, like the majors, 3 of them are played over here. Did you stay up late at night to watch those, like the Masters, the U.S. Open, the PGA?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Masters especially would always sit there and stay up as long as it took just to watch it.
Have you thought about the potential of maybe one day playing in Augusta for, the green jacket?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, first goal is just to make it on tour, but obviously if it goes that far, then yeah, 100% happy days.
So there's no doubt in your mind that you're going to turn pro once you're done with college golf?
I think so. I'm not 100% on it yet, but I'm pretty sure. The way that it's going, then if it carries on this trajectory, then yeah, 100%.
What's your major?
I'm doing business management. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just doing the standard one. Just opens the most doors. That's what me and my parents decided.
Are you happy with the way it's going so far?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm mostly here for academics, but you got to do it. It's got to be done, I guess.
When you travel around to these different courses that you go and play, how quickly are you able to adjust your game to the type of course you're playing?
I would say pretty quickly. I mean, growing up in a different country helps because it's another type of golf. You come over here, it's another type of golf. But we normally have 2 practice days before the tournament, so coach makes us do a lot of short game as well, lots of chipping and putting. So we get used to it pretty quickly, which is good.
What would you say to some youngster or some parent of a youngster that might be listening to this episode about practice and what it takes to become a collegiate golfer?
It takes a lot. Most importantly, I'd say have fun. Try and do it having fun, because then you want to come back and do it again. But it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, a lot of doing the practicing with a purpose is the most important thing, I would say. Not just going out there and beating balls for the sake of nothing. Go out there, have a specific goal, and then complete it, go have fun, go home.
Do you play some little games like when you're chipping or putting?
Yeah.
To try and make it interesting?
Yeah, we have a game called Pig in putting that coach likes to beat us at every day.
He beats you?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay, describe Pig. What is Pig?
So basically, you just pick any putt you want. If you make it and the person you're playing against misses, they get a letter. And it just goes on like that. If you miss, then he goes first. So until someone gets Pig.
So it's kind of like horse and basketball.
Yeah, it's horse. Yeah, basically horse. Yeah.
But Pig shorter, because horse would be too long.
It would take forever.
You guys would be out there. We make too
many putts.
You'd be out there for a while.
Yeah.
How many times have you beaten coach?
I'd say it's 50-50. He would like to disagree, but I'll back myself and say it's 50-50.
Okay,
He's pretty good at putting.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He's good at the game, too. I know. I've been beaten by him many a times.
Yeah, he's very good.
Freddie, when you were growing up, getting around England and up into Scotland to play, did you ride the train a lot, or would you hop on a plane, or did you just drive?
Yeah, my parents, I was very lucky with my parents. They were very supportive, so they drove me around everywhere. What
are some of the best golf courses in that area that you have played?
Up in Scotland?
Scotland, England, Ireland.
I would say up in Scotland, the Edinburgh coast of like Gullen, Muirfield, that sort of area.
North Berwick.
Yes, yeah, they're very, very good. But then down south London way, there's a lot more like Heathland courses. Don't know if you've heard of like Heathland. Sunningdale, Berkshire, Swinley Forest. There's so many you can name within 10 miles of each other. So
when you have to play in the elements, how do you handle that? Is it just the fact that you've done it so many times, you know how to handle it? Yeah,
I sort of love it when it blows and when it rains. My dad always told me that 80% of the field hate it, so they're going to struggle. If you just go out there and embrace it and love it, then you're in the 20% that are going to do better. But as long as you're prepared and have everything you need to survive them, then you'll be fine.
Sounds like your dad would be a good match play golfer, because the fact that in his mind he's thinking, hey, if the wind blows, 30, I'm good because I'm prepared. My opponent might not be.
Yeah, he probably would be.
Maybe you need him to give you a little pep talk before match play every time.
Yeah.
All right, when this guy is on TV, I'm watching play the game of golf. Who would it be?
I never watched him, but what I've seen and what I've heard of Seve, I would love to have seen it. Some of the shots that he's played that I've seen are just crazy, and some of the positions he gets himself in and then gets himself out of is pretty cool. I'm also a big fan of Jordan Spieth. I know the guys on my team rinse me about it, but I just love the way he plays. I love the way that he hits it anywhere and just goes, all right, we'll go hit it again, and then makes par from anywhere. I just like that sort of attitude that just play golf, and where it goes, I hit it again.
I have to ask because some people are going to say, he just said rinse me of it. So what is that definition in American terms? Jokes with me makes fun
of me. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I took away from it. I mean, hey, when I was over there, I picked up on some of the lingo. Obviously, the United States and Europe play the Ryder Cup every 2 years. Is that a goal of yours to maybe one day be on the European Ryder Cup team?
Yeah, 100%. Is the greatest spectacle in golf by an absolute mile. Yeah, I just love to be a part of it. The atmosphere and just the privilege of playing on a team that so many goods have. Then,
after the season is over, are you going to go back to England for the summer and compete in amateur events and try and get your Wagger points up a little bit higher?
Yeah, 100%. We'll go back and hopefully after Nationals at the start of June, and I'll play British Am, European Am, those sort of events, and yeah, hopefully.
What's it like playing in an event that the RNA puts on?
Pretty cool. The way they run it is like it's like you're playing a tour event. So it's a really cool experience.
Best golf course you've ever played?
Oh, I just have to say Alotian. Or Estancia in Arizona. We went there for a training trip. That was pretty cool, but Alotian tops it, definitely.
All right, Freddie, living or deceased, you and 3 others that you would like to play a round of golf with, who would they be?
Ben Hogan, one. My dad's always taught me about him, and every time I have a swing lesson with my dad, he's always sends me a video of Hogan after and shows me how he does it. So I'd say Hogan.
Does your swing kind of replicate Ben Hogan?
I'd like to. I'd wish. I wish. And then probably Tiger, and then we'll go Rory.
Okay.
Those 3. Yeah.
Can you hit it out there with Rory?
No. I'm the shortest on the team, which is crazy because I wouldn't say I'm the shortest guy in the world, but our team hits it miles. So Luke could get it out there with him.
So what is the best part of your game?
Probably short game. Yeah, I'd say short game. I had this tournament that we just played in, I gained like 7 shots around the greens, chipped in 3 times. So
oh yeah,
it helps. It helps a lot when you're not hitting it great.
No doubt about that. Freddie, good luck this season. Would it be a disappointment if Little Rock doesn't win the OVC this year?
Yeah, massive disappointment. Yeah, but we're very confident, so we'll get it done.
All right. Best of luck. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much. Pleasure being here.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Heading to El Dorado to check out some live music or to play Mystic Creek? Stay at the Haywood, the only boutique hotel in the middle of downtown and the Murphy Arts District. If you are spending a weekend in Hot Springs, make plans now at the Marriott Courtyard close to Lake Hamilton and Oaklawn. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotel Group manages both of these fine properties, and you will rest easy knowing that your every need is taken care of. Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels on the web at bphotels.com.
That will do it for this edition of From the Shortgrass. Thanks to Freddie Turnell for spending some time out of his busy schedule and sitting down with me. Also, congratulations again to Rory McIlroy. Finally breaks through and wins the green jacket at Augusta National. At UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, they are dedicated to keeping you in the game. From sports injuries to joint replacement, they provide world-class care right here in Arkansas. Call 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. Hope you enjoyed this episode of From the Shortgrass. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast and also on Buzz2 and 103.7 The Buzz. Remember, when you find your ball mark on the green, fix it and a couple of more. And I hope to see you sometime soon from the Shortgrass.
You have been listening to From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, a weekly podcast dedicated to the game of golf. This has been a presentation of the Buzz Radio Network in association with Majestic Cubby Productions.